I am Nirmal and today we discuss about 7 management and planning tools in operation management. So competition level within every industry is constantly growing and businesses try to find any possible ways to improve quality of products and services. However, quality is quite a complex concept that can be viewed as a measure of perfection. Quality improvement leads to a perfect product that is meant to satisfy the customer. In the early 90s 80s, the 7 management and planning tools were designed as major tools for effective planning and management of processes which are above the quality operation. So they are now I'm mentioning you. So first of all, affinity diagram. So what is it? The first of the tool in the list is affinity diagram. The affinity diagram is a visual brainstorming instrument that can be used to categorize various facts and data, ideas and opinions by a proximity factor. It is specially useful for the purpose of systematizations of big data into groups and categories according to some forms of affinity in its own turn, breaking down larger complex problems into categories and regrouping helps to form a structure that determine the problems. So relations diagrams, now we discuss about this. Another important management and planning tools is the relation diagram. This diagram is useful for clarification and understanding relationships of a complex nature through a graphical representations of case effects links. It is particularly useful to apply these management and planning tools in strategic quality planning during the description phase of the processes. The relations diagram is different from the previous discussed affinity diagram because it reflects ideas and problems links but not associations. It is also characterized by a network structure. Now we discuss about 3 diagrams. The 3 diagrams is another management and planning tools in our organizations. It has a hierarchical structure and the visualize complex problems broken down into their major components. In order to solve such problems successful, this type of diagram is a tabular tools which helps to identify links between different factors and criteria. It is especially useful in the planning of the resources, scheduling, prevention of faults, etc. For example, if there is a long term goal to improve quality, then the 3 diagram tools can be used to break it down into several quality. Then the tree diagram tools can be used to break it down into several multiple short term goals. The process can then be directed through the path of the goals. Objective means can be further broken down into different categories such as practical, non-practical or uncertain. In this manner, the management and planning tools can help to track quality improvement process systematically from the main long-term goals down to goals that are more detailed as well as the ways to implement individual improvements. Now we discuss about matrix diagram. What is it? One of the most frequently used management and planning tools for identification relationships and links between varieties of different tasks, information, problems, and ideas is the matrix diagrams. It can also be served as an effective tools for allocating responsibilities and determination of strength of relationships between different subjects. Matrix diagram can greatly vary depending on the purpose of use of such a management and planning tool. They help to deal with different type of relationship within a variety of different categories. For example, they can be used for identification of relationship level between problems and their causes. The management and planning tools is most commonly used for linking the necessary actions, required tasks and responsible people for graphically representing the relationship. It helps to effectively determine and allocate responsibilities for different areas of the general implementation schedule to each member of the team. It also visualizes the presence or lack of the intersecting points between the variables in our organizations. So, matrix data analysis. Now we discuss about this. Matrix data analysis is one of the 7 management and planning tools in our organizations. It stands out from the other tools by the fact that it is the only management and planning tools that can be used for analysis of numerical data. It is based on methodologies of data analysis with the aim to qualify matrix diagram data. This management and planning tool serves for degree qualifications of links between various elements. So rectangular or triangular matrix are used to display the results depending on complexity of the relationship between the factors. Moreover, use of different methodology for analysis of gathered data such as statistical analysis or subjective weights determines the quantifications of relationship degree. So the at the same time, prioritizations matrices utilize a mix of techniques of metric and tree diagrams in order to narrow down to the most effective and available option. They are based on some set criteria to prioritize among selection of task, parameters, action, etc. So now we discuss about process decisions program chart. Another planning and management tools to be discussed in the process decisions program chart, that is PDPC. Its major aim is to come up with the best and the most effective processes at high level by evaluation and estimation of processes alternatives. It has form of a flow chart and displays the sequence of activities in an organizations, decisions and responses needed to achieve required results, as well as prevent an event from happening. If it is not desirable, the flow chart shows the process trigger at the very beginning with the nodes reflecting processes results, as well as other branches that show different responses to event. All the same time, the procedure diagram aim to serve as a planning and communication instrument to find an optimal time frame solutions for a task required. It also helps to facilitate administrations of different stages of processes workflow. A process decision program chart helps to understand and concentrate on likely solution that will lead to overall problem solutions. It is especially useful when used for planning of new complicated tasks with a need to consider a variety of events and the likely reactions. Now we discuss about arrow diagrams. So arrow diagrams or actively networked diagrams is one of the 7 management and planning tools and is used for effective planning of schedules for tasks and subtasks characterized by their higher level of complexity. It can be effectively used to project and monitor the time frame of a particular task and its subtasks with a known duration. There are two major questions that should be answered by utilizations of narrow diagram by its users. So, what is the most suitable plan for project during a period of time? What are the ways to monitor the progress of the plan? The arrow diagram clearly defines the stages of different processes within the organizations and makes stages sequence of the process for all relevant employees. This diagram is especially useful for larger type organizations with many employees and official structures. Now we discuss about application of 7 management and planning tools. All 7 management planning tools discussed above have proved to be helpful and solve various business tasks in different types of business. They are particularly useful for managers of middle and upper level in organizations. The major purpose of the 7 tools is to organize and rearrange apparent chaos into an action plan that will be workable and effective. They also help to visualize and present the plan to teams and individuals working on the project implementation. Also, in spite of the fact that each tools can be effectively used alone, the user should consider apply all or a mixture of the 7 tools to increase the efficiency of implementation efficiency. So, moreover, there are certain success factors of a critical nature that should be considered in order to effectively apply the 7 tools in practice management, support and commitment, defined aims and objectives, facilitators, support and well planned. Reigning are among the ones some major limitations for effective applications of the 7 tools in practice, such as lack of knowledge, resources, and facilities. The following key factors for successful implementation of the 7 tools can be suggested: formal training and in depth knowledge of the process. Appropriateness of the selected tools and use of simple models. So, thanks a lot for watching my MBA channels. If you like my channels, as I always said, please subscribe and share my videos. I need your help. Thanks a lot.